Hey, what's up, fam? I'm winging this one because I didn't make any notes. I wasn't really sure what I was going to talk about this week. Last week I talked about chronic pain, how it affected me and my life. It destroyed me, honestly. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. You can fix that. I just let it go too long, and I let other factors come into play. So, being ADHD and dealing with chronic pain, also an addict, I didn't do the research. I didn't look to see what it was that I needed to do to save my marriage, to be productive in my marriage. I shut down, I isolated. I thought I was doing what I needed to do to protect my friends and family from myself and my anger, because pain makes me very angry. But therapy is showing me that that's not the case. That's not the case at all. My therapist told me that honestly, it wasn't my fault. I didn't choose to be in that amount of pain. I didn't choose to have my bones rubbed together on my lower back. I couldn't help the attitude that I had and the tone in my voice because I was pushed beyond the limits of my physical capacity for pain. So I use an example. You ever hit your hand with a hammer, your thumb with a hammer? Can you have a meaningful, loving conversation without any hurt or tone in your voice from pain? I doubt it. I doubt it seriously. Imagine that radiating from your lower back constantly, 24/7 for over 2 years. It was terrible, terrible. But I didn't handle it right. I didn't handle it right at all. And once the surgery was done and gone, I re-injured myself, and it took me extra time to re-heal. So that's where we're at. I am on the recovery after 2 years of laying low from my fusion surgery. And right now I am walking up to 2.5 miles every day. I'm on 11 days straight. I can do 2.25 miles in 30 minutes time, and I'm running 35 to 40 minutes for 2.5 miles. So I'm happy with that. It's almost downhill from my house to the spot that I turn around at. It's not fully downhill. It's just slight downhill, slight grade, mostly flat. On the way back, though, it's pretty much uphill in a way. It slows my pace, so I have to really push harder to maintain that pace. But that's what I'm doing. I'm going to tell you right now, my lower back feels great. I'm not having any issues at all, unless I sit in a weird position for a long time, which, I'm not going to do. If I can help it. Now, if I'm at my computer and I hyper focus on something, I can't. I have to be careful with that stuff, but that's what happens. But still, yeah, other than that, I don't have drop foot in my left leg. That's where that's where all the surgery was on the left side. That's where they put that's where they fused the whole L4 to S1, but that's where they put all the hardware. They put all the hardware on my left side because that's where all my compression, my sciatic pain was on my left side. I did end up with nerve damage to the bottom of my foot, so I don't have a lot of feeling in my heel. But that's kind of coming back as I walk more, which is interesting because your body does heal itself over time. You gotta give it time, which is ADHD, time. That's something I have a hard thing with. I was gonna say hard time with, but that'd be silly, right? So I have a hard time with time, and I said it anyways. Whatever. So I've had a couple of drinks today. I got a little bit of a buzz. I'm not a drinker, so it doesn't take me much, but I am developing a little bit of a not drinking habit, but it's more at the night, end of the day, I like to relax. So I have a couple glasses of wine to help me relax. It has resveratrol in it, which helps with your blood flow and blood pressure and stuff like that. And I guess helps with weight loss too. I don't know. But they're very diverse here. I digress. I'm diverted from my thoughts. Notepad, non-existent. I'm doing this on the fly. It is what it is. This is how it ends up when I'm doing things on the fly. So I am really trying hard with the separation. It's a struggle, I won't lie. We're not communicating at all. Last time I talked to her, she said it's just too hard to talk to me anymore. My therapist is putting my whole relationship in a different perspective for me. And I'm not really going to go into detail of that because I'm not ready to. But it's a wake-up call for me. And I can't shoulder the entire blame for the marriage going south. It's a 50-50 right there. I was taking the entire blame because of my pain, but I refuse to be labeled a narcissist, which is what she's doing right now. That's about as far as I'm going to go into that, because I'm not a narcissist. I dealt with chronic pain. I have ADHD. I'm an addict. Those things can all look like narcissism, but they're not. It's just who I am, And I work on being a different person, not a different person, but a better person than I was every day. And I try to normalize that I will work on this and not just who I am. So I am trying to work on who I am to be a better person for people in my life. I listen more and cut people off less, which is something an ADHD person would understand. I am getting the intrusive thoughts shut down, but the ones that do come in, I let them play out. And yeah, they got emotion attached to them. Sometimes it could be just a crazy situation of me fantasizing about something in my relationship, and I will talk it out with myself. Once I realize I talk it out, I either, it's either for good or for bad. If it's for bad, I shut it down. If it's for good, then I continue with it until I work. But most of the time, I just try to block them. I mean, how do you block intrusive thoughts? Because once they're in, you either move your thoughts to something else or you pursue what's going on. And it's hard to shift my thoughts, so I struggle with that. But you know, it is who I am. ADHD plays a huge part in my day-to-day. My impulsiveness, compulsiveness, my need to constantly be doing something to provide dopamine for myself to feel good. It's exhausting, honestly. But you know, life goes on, and so do I, because I'm never giving up on myself. That's the bottom line. If I'm not giving up myself, if I'm not going to give up on myself, then that says that I'm not giving up on anything else. So take that with however you want to take it. But I choose to move forward in my life, and I choose not to give up on me. That's the big. So just wanted to touch base with you guys, you know, just kind of give you a little heads up, let y'all see my, I was going to say pretty face, but you know, I'm not really that pretty. I can be handsome at times, but I know I'm not that great looking. So you guys have a wonderful day. I'm beating this 10-minute mark. This is just kind of a off the cuff little video. I love everybody out there. Little sister, thank you so much for being in my fucking life. I can't do heart symbols, but thank you so much for being in my life. Here you go. How about that? And then love, Lavender Oriana, thank you so much. Belt, thank you so much. You guys really rock. You three helped me a lot. Everybody else out there reaching out to, I can't even name everybody because I don't know any of these people. They're just random people that just reach out for my videos. And I tell you what, that hits that spot right here, big time, big time. And it makes me want to push harder to be better for not just myself, but for people out there, because I know that these videos do kind of help people. How? I'm not sure, but I'm getting responses that saying, hey, keep doing them. So guess what? I'm doing them. So, hey, I love you guys, right? Every single one of y'all. Be good yourselves, especially. Take care of yourself. Priority number one, self-care. That's what I'm having to learn, and that's what I'm doing right now. So y'all, have a good day. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.